Yo, what's going on, everybody? Man, you guys are blowing this stream up. I already know this is going to be a good one. We got over 80 people in here ready to go before we even started. Today's stream is going to be an absolute banger. I've got some amazing guests for you guys. Got my boy Justin Wall, got my boy Davis, who's a seven-figure Shopify seller, my boy Luke, multi-seven-figure Shopify seller, and the one and only Quadrell Jones from Black Hustler Club going to be on here sharing some game with you guys on how to get started, get some side income, and start your own business. So right now, guys, I need you to go in the chat and just let me know where you're coming from. Tell me what city you're at. Tell me what country you're at. And we're going to kick this stream off. We're going to be giving away over $2,000 in prizes, over $1,000 in cash on PayPal. And we're going to be sticking around to answer any questions you guys might be having. So let me go on and get Justin in here. Justin, what is going on, bro?
What is up? What is up, Jordan? What's up, everybody? Hopefully you guys are ready for a jam-packed session we have today. Jordan and I spent a lot of time putting this together, getting some real incredible people to hop on and share some massive Q4 value for you guys. So Jordan, glad to be here and thank you so much.
Yeah, exactly. We got people from Orlando, Canada, Jamaica, Tijuana, man, I don't even know where this is, Wellingborough. We got Chile, Manhattan, people worldwide tuning into this stream today. And they're just going to keep pouring in. So the goal for today, guys, is that we can get over 500 people live on the stream. And I think that we can make that happen. First things first, let's break down what we're going to be talking about today. So firstly, Justin and I are going to be sharing our personal plans for Q4. Justin has built an empire with his brand Beyond Six Figures, the #1 coaching company in the e-commerce industry. He's literally helped tens of thousands of people start their own online store. And you guys already know what I got going on. I got my Shopify brand and this YouTube channel. So we'll get started first. We'll give you guys a little bit of an update for this Q4 season. Justin, talk to him, man. You got a lot of students right now. What are you doing to make sure these people are going to be successful going into Q4?
One of the most important things, and I'm very happy that you asked that, Jordan, because a lot of people go into Q4 without much of a plan or preparation, right? The biggest thing is obviously having your systems built out, right? You hear me say it once, I'll say it again. It's about systems and actually knowing what happens when you launch, what happens when you scale, what happens when you begin to go ahead and hit those big numbers, and how do you maintain that? So guys, one thing I'm going to be walking you guys through today are some incredible systems that you can take home and implement literally right after the live stream. So I want you guys to be taking notes here, paying attention, and use this system, because even if you have a little bit of traction, this could take you to that next level. And that's exactly what we're doing at this current time as well. It's just building up our consistency and getting ready for the big actual months coming up, because when you have some small traction going into Q4, things could get pretty crazy as you get deeper and deeper into it. And the system I'll show you guys today will help you do exactly that.
Yeah, Justin is huge on systems. And I think for any beginner that's just getting started out, having a system to follow is going to be the difference maker in your success. Trying to be random and do things as it goes is going to cause you to lose a lot more money and be distracted. So I just want to get an idea of who in this stream is actually having a store right now. So if you have a Shopify store and it's active, go ahead and put a 1 in the chat. If you don't have a Shopify store, go ahead and put a 2 in the chat, just so we can get an idea of who is actually at that level and what our demographic is for this stream, so we can help you guys as best as possible. 1, if you have a store. 2, if you don't have a store. And it looks like a lot of people are actually running stores. So I think a good starting point is, what is some general tips that you have for people, Justin, going into this Q4 season? How can they maximize this time?
Perfect. So I'll break it down into, not having a winner yet and also having a winner. So first and foremost, not having a winner, you need to make sure that you have your product arsenal ready to go. What do I mean by this? Actually having your list, just like we talk about, Jordan, 10, 15, 20 products ready to go before you actually start marketing, right? It's super, super important, guys. You set yourself up for success. Just like back in the day when we're going to school, you always want to set your clothes up the night before so you wake up and you're ready. You don't have to kind of spend time going crazy about what you're going to wear. Same thing with this e-commerce game. Prepare yourselves and get ready and build out a list before you actually go, really knee deep into this game. Because if you don't have a winner yet, your best kind of accomplice will be being prepared and having systems and also having those products lined up. Now let's talk about if you have a winner. Okay, if you have a winner, things like actually having proper creatives ready to go for Black Friday, Cyber Monday will be huge. Actually planning out months in advance for these things, okay, for these holidays, so you actually have the ability to hit the nail on the head and not kind of be scrappling around last minute to go ahead and choose what you want to do. Okay, have your systems prepared, have incredible amounts of copy, videos, whatever you need to actually prepare yourself for a big launch ready to go, because you should be spending more money in Q4 compared to the rest of the year. So you want to be prepared and have these things ready to go before you actually make these huge moves. And one of the things I'll be showing you guys today is a part of my farm system called Micro Big Bang going into Big Bang, going into CBO, which has made us tons of money, made our students tons of money, and hopefully after this stream today, it will make you tons of money.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the craziest systems I've seen for Facebook ads. It's the thing that I actually use for my brand to scale past $10,000 a day. It would be Justin's Big Bang strategy. So we can definitely get into that. I want to ask you another question before we take a couple Q&As and do our first giveaway. We're going to be doing our first giveaway soon, guys. For the first giveaway, we're actually going to be doing, what do you think, Justin? Should we give them $100 on PayPal? Is it too early for that, or are they ready for that?
Let's do it. Let's give it to them early.
All right. We'll hold it out for a sec. So my question for you is, when you're building that product library, because a lot of people are beginners and they haven't got that level, what are some tips that you can give for actual product selection? Keep it simple for them, but give them an idea of what you're looking for when selecting products.
I love it. And I'll use the same exact ideology that we have with some of our brands going into Q4 right now. We're running actually multiple tactical stores. Okay. And the number one thing that you have to understand is when you get into a market that people are already okay with paying a bit more of a premium within, right? The biggest kind of issue you'll have as an online marketer is your cost per acquisition, right? Cost per acquisition and actually acquiring your consumer for less than what you're actually paying to actually sell the product. Okay. And it's super important to make sure that happens. So getting into markets that are higher perceived value, okay, like skincare, okay, like outdoor experience, or products that just have a higher aura or of expense to them, will make it much easier for you to sell a higher ticket within, in turn making it easier for you to make a return on your investment. So I think overall, focus on high perceived value products, because that's going to literally allow you to just make more money. Also, when you have more expensive products, guess what you have to deal with less? Okay, shipping. You're shipping less products. So I always like to tell our people, focus on high perceived value. Okay, a little hint is outdoor experience products, and also allowing yourself to focus on higher perceived value products, which are probably going to be a bit more expensive, will in turn give you less items to ship out long term, lowering the amount of items you have to ship, your actual customer kind of conversations with shipping, and obviously giving you more margin per unit as well as you make those sales. I think that's a great place to start off.
Yeah, I've noticed the same thing. So if you guys don't already know, I own a product research software called Viral Vault. I'm not here to pitch that software, but what I am here to say is that we've literally found over 2,000 products over the last couple of years. And the products that go on to be the most successful usually are the ones that have a margin over $25. Honestly, the products that go on to scale to that 6-figure level, 7-figure level, usually have a margin over $30, because Facebook is just getting more and more expensive. So to go for a product that has a $10 cost per purchase maximum, $15 cost per purchase maximum is super difficult. You have to be like a god tier marketer. And that doesn't even factor in when you're at scale, spending thousands of dollars a day. So make sure you guys are looking for those higher perceived value product. It's going to make your life so much easier. And they're not the easiest products to find, but they are out there. Justin shared a great industry. We are going into fall. We are going into winter. So finding products that fit with that time in the outdoor season. A great example would be a really solid pair of outdoor hiking pants, a really solid pair of, like an outdoor jacket, something that's really on point, that has like good materials that they couldn't be able to find in a store, will really catch people's attention, and people will be willing to spend a lot of money on something like that. So that's some great game to share, Justin. By the way, shout out to Ryan. It's this guy's birthday. So, say happy birthday to Ryan, everybody. He's a young king in the group chat. Let's do the first giveaway, and then let's bring on Drell Jones. We'll give him about a couple minutes, and we'll go ahead and bring him on. Let me know if you guys know who Drell is. Black Hustlers Club on YouTube. Let me know in the chats if you guys have heard of him. Real legend, good dude. And Justin, how do you think we should do this first giveaway?
I think we can have everyone comment below, right? And we'll see, which comment stands out to us, and we'll go ahead and give out the first of many prizes right then. What do you think?
I think that sounds good. So guys, start dropping in the comments right now why we should pick you for the giveaway. Save the long sob story. The chat is coming in really fast, so it's really hard for me to read a long message. Honestly, you're better off just saying something funny that's going to catch my attention, and we'll go ahead and pick the first winner. So let's get it going and pick that first giveaway winner, and then we'll bring on my boy Drell Jones. I'm excited, man. This stream is booming. We got about 300 people on the live, and we're just getting started. We only been on here for 10 minutes, so
I'm excited. Great turnout so far. See the BSF gang hopping in as well. Good to see everyone. Glad to, really provide you guys with some value today. Jordan and I definitely have an incredible rest of our stream for y'all.
All right, so the boy said he lost $5,000 to his girl. That's tough. That's tough. All right, we got. Oh man, y'all are spamming. It's crazy.
Squid Game theme for Shopify store. It's not a bad idea.
Yeah. You know what? I kind of like Preston right here. He said he's freshly 18 years old. He's in college, doesn't want to get stuck in the 9-to-5, ready to make some changes. And he also hates college. Well, you know what, Preston? We're going to go ahead and give you that $100. Let's clap it up for the boy. Come on. Clap it up.
$100.
Leave the live if you didn't win. Don't leave the live if you didn't win, because we're literally giving away, what are we doing? $1,000. So we're going to give away a bunch more money. We're just getting started. And Preston, good job, man. So what I need you to do, Preston, is go ahead and put your email, your PayPal email in the chat. My assistant, Miguel, is monitoring the chat right now, and he's going to take down your email, and we'll pay you at the end of the stream. We'll show at the end of the stream me going into my PayPal and dishing out each payment individually, so you know I'm not capping. All right.
These comments are hilarious, man. I love them.
I know. I kind of like this setup. I think we're going to keep having this guy.
Yo, come on, Mark.
Y'all are funny, man. All right, so we got Drill Jones on here. Let's go ahead and bring him on. And Drill, how you doing, bro? Your mic is muted. What's going on? How you doing?
What's up with you?
Man, the people want to hear from you. Tell them who you are.
Shit, yeah. Well, I can't curse. My fault. Drill Jones, Black Hustlers Club, 21 years old. Yo, I can't hear you.
Oh, you're good. We're listening. We can hear you loud and clear.
Well, 21 years old. I run Black Hustlers Club on YouTube, Black Hustlers Club on Instagram, Save Money by Black on Instagram, and I also have an app coming out.
Yeah, that's exciting, bro. Talk about your journey, right? Like, you're at this level now, making multi-6 figures, maybe even 7 figures a year. Where'd you start?
I ain't at 7 figures yet. I'm at 6 figures right now, but I started when I was 17 years old. So when I was in high school, I really didn't want to go to college, so I knew I had to do something else, right? So that's when I started looking up ways to make money online, and then I just found about affiliate marketing. I got started with ClickBank, started documenting that process on YouTube, and then just went from there.
Yeah, and now in this last year, it seems like you've been able to come up pretty significantly. Talk about this last year and a half. Like, what have you done differently to take yourself to this level that you're at?
This year? Well, for the last year, really just staying consistent, right? So I started the Black Hustlers Club YouTube channel and then the Instagram page too, and just posting on there every single day, no days off. And then I started Save Money by Black, just posting on there every single day, no days off, and just staying consistent with it. And that really just took me to a whole nother level.
Got you. Yeah, I mean, it's inspiring to me. I'll give you guys some game real quick. Like, you guys see my channel now, and like I've been posting every week, but it was actually me seeing Drell and Black Hustlers Club that woke me up to say, like, damn, if this guy's really doing this YouTube thing, even though I had done it before, Drell had actually motivated me without him even knowing to get back into posting consistently again. And I'm not boosting. I'm not giving any like fake thing here. Like, I'm being genuine. That was something where I seen this guy doing it. I seen he had a couple viral videos, and I was like, wow, I need to be posting as well. And now we're on the live together. We're both doing our thing. And, I got to say firsthand, bro, you really motivated me.
You too, to be honest, bro, because I seen you posting on YouTube. That's what got me more consistent on YouTube as well, because you blew up over the past year.
Yeah, we push each other, That's what it's about. We're on the same game. We're here to inspire. We're here to educate. We're on the same mission. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to see. Now, for all the people that are in the stream, a lot of them don't have a successful store right now. And I know that one of those things that you are good at is being able to hustle, being able to get it by any means necessary. What is some tips that you can give to the people out there that are at $0, but they want to stack up some money to get a budget to start their own business?
Start an Instagram account. That's what I did when I first started off. Just started an Instagram account and built it up that way. Because Instagram is free, and 9 times out of 10, you have an iPhone. So that's really all you need to get started is an Instagram page and an iPhone. From there, you just got to stay consistent with it. So it doesn't really matter what niche you're in, because I had pages in the health and fitness niche, the spirituality niche, and then I got Black Hustlers Club now, Save Money by Black. So it really doesn't matter what niche you're in. Just start an Instagram page, stay consistent with it, You could do affiliate marketing with that. You could do drop shipping with that. There's so many different ways to monetize your Instagram page. Or another way you could do this is you could start a YouTube channel as well, because you blew up on YouTube. A lot of y'all should be on YouTube right now because there's really no excuse not to. It's free. So either an Instagram page or a YouTube channel. That's my 2 recommendations if you have no money.
Let's talk a little bit about both of them because you've been able to do both pretty successfully. For the Instagram, how would you recommend somebody get started? Let me ask you, how many posts should they make? What type of posts should they make? And how long should they expect until they can monetize it? So the first question is, how many posts should they be making?
I would say at least 3 to 5 a day. When you first starting off, because nobody knows who you are. So you got to be posting at least 3 to 5 times a day in the beginning. Now I kind of scaled it back a little bit, but when you first starting off, at least 3 to 5 times a day.
Mm-hmm. And what was the first time you made money from your Instagrams? Because you were posting 3 times a day for a while before you made your first dollar, or it hit quickly?
Nah, it took me a little minute. It took me over a year to make my first sale. But once I got the first sale, it was just on from there, because once you had that blueprint, you just rinse and repeat from there. So it took me a year to get my first sale, but then I made a whole new page, and it only took me about a month to get a sale from that page. So
gotcha. So if you were starting from scratch today, what would you do differently than you did a year ago? How were you able to make it happen in a month compared to a year before?
Just knowing the blueprint, for real.
Right.
Knowing what to do to get a sale. Like, you gotta know copy. There's a couple different factors that go into it, but once you get it down, you can just rinse and repeat.
Yeah, that's good to know, bro. I don't think a lot of people think about that when they think of starting a business. They think more so just go straight to Shopify, go straight to servicing, go straight to mowing lawns. But starting an Instagram page is actually a good model. I know, Justin, you've done a little bit with that as well, right?
Oh, yeah, we've done a lot of IG growth. We have a few million follower accounts, 500,000 follower accounts. The main thing is obviously just keep posting the content that they want to see. That does well at the algorithm. And also knowing how your account does compared to other accounts that you own. A lot of the time, let's say my personal account won't rank the same as one of our business accounts. And obviously that means we have to post different things. So knowing what to post and when to post, it's very important, because it's not, kind of no 2 accounts are really the same.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what pages do you run, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, so we have a few meme pages, which is super cool, Drill. We also have an account for our brand Beyond Six Figures, and we also run an IG growth service through those accounts, which is super cool. When you have, let's say an account upwards like 500K plus, you get to be put into like these certain kind of Instagram, Telegram pods where everyone just drops a post and it blows up the engagement, starts the roll of it, and then obviously disperses it to the Explore page, which is cool. So we own a few of those accounts to help us for growth. And also what we're doing is with the big accounts, a lot of the posts, I'll put my personal like @ on there, and that helps my personal account grow because we're always posting 3 times a day on some of these public accounts. And that'll kind of send traffic to my personal as well as grow the original account that we're running, which is super cool. So kind of like a hybrid way to grow accounts, which is
I'll be doing that same thing, to be honest.
It's a good model, right? And just kind of knowing what does best on your account is the most important part. Because how many times have you posted like an image or a video and then it didn't do as well as a different image or video that you posted, right?
Yeah, all the time. You just got to find out what works. And then once you find out what works, just do it again.
That's it. And honestly, I like what you said before, Drell. Just you had the blueprint, so you knew how to navigate. And that's the beauty of a system, right? Some people say, oh, I could do it once. I don't know if I could do it again. When you got a blueprint, when you got a system like that, you're able to kind of retrace your path and kind of continue to get those same results. But you can even make kind of twists or changes or adaptations to that system just to get better results, which is good. So that stuck out to me. I really like they said that.
Appreciate it.
100%. So I want to ask you one more question, and then I think the people actually have some questions for you, and we'll go ahead and do another giveaway, and I'll let you pick the giveaway winner. But the question actually is right here on the screen. Karma Studios, they want you to talk a little bit more about that blueprint if you're comfortable with that, because it's one thing to say a system, it's one thing to say a blueprint, but we want to give the people some actionable stuff so that way they can leave this live stream and get started immediately if this is something that they want to do. So let's say you were starting a new IG from scratch. You don't have to rush. You don't have to try to spit this out in 30 seconds. Like, just give some game on how you would do that.
A brand new page, no money. Is we talking no money?
Yeah, I mean, most people here aren't having a budget, maybe a couple $100,
So brand new page. So I would first pick my niche. You gotta know what niche you're gonna be in. Pick your niche. Know you're targeting. So what target audience? So you gotta know who you're targeting, know what niche you're in, and then from there, I would start posting. And then when I start posting, I would look at my competitors as well. So let's take my account for example. I'll pull it up real quick.
Yeah.
The black, I don't know if y'all can see that, right?
Yes, we can see.
I would take this account, right? So let's say if I was in this niche again, I would take this account. I know I'm in the business niche targeting black people, right? So that's my niche. I would target, well, I would type in black right there. And then you see all these accounts popping up, right? So let's just click on one. We got Black Millionaires right here. So I would just look at what he's posting, see what works on his page. So if I see a post that gets like 20,000 likes on his page, but his average likes is only like 5,000 likes, I would go with that one and I would replicate that on my page. I would do something similar to that on my page. Or with Instagram as well, you could just take that post and just tag them as well. And that'll help both of y'all grow. And then from there, just posting 35 times a day, like I said, using hashtags as well. That's very important. I can pull up my account real quick. See that?
I'll go ahead and put it in the chat as well so people can check it out.
All right, hold up a second.
It's Hustlers with an S, right?
Yeah. But let's see. I'll look at one of my posts real quick so we can see hashtags.
This is the stuff that people really want to see, like the real transparency, firsthand example of what you're doing. We can talk about blanket strategies all day, but for you to share this, we really appreciate it, bro.
For sure. So let's see. So this post right here, it didn't get that many impressions from hashtags. I can't see. All right.
Yeah, we can read it. Just hold it still.
All right. Can y'all see that?
82,000 reach. Very good.
I'll put your big screen.
Dang. And that 4,000 impressions from hashtags. Let me actually go to my most viewed one.
That's crazy. 500,000 followers. You built that from zero too.
Yeah. And I built that one in 2019. So it's been 2 years.
Pretty damn quick too, brother.
Yeah.
Built a movement for real. You said you're pulling up another post now?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. You guys aren't going to be seeing like this anywhere. This man's literally showing analytics.
So this one right here got 22,000 impressions from hashtags.
Wow.
Right. So you just got to use hashtags related to your niche. And
Yeah.
I don't know if I could see it on this post. It got a lot of comments. I wonder if I could find the hashtags I used.
That's crazy.
Okay. So y'all can see like the exact hashtags I used for this post. But yeah, just using hashtags related to your niche. So let's say I post about business, entrepreneurship, and all that good stuff, right? I would just use hashtags related to that. But when you're first starting off, you can't go with hashtags too big. So they got hashtags like with 1 million posts under them. You don't want to go for those. You want to.
And we lost him. I think maybe his laptop died or something, but nonetheless, he'll come back. We'll keep it going from there. Dude, he dropped some good game.
That was really good. Honestly, a lot of people like to have that Instagram edge as well, especially because you don't have to just focus on Facebook or Instagram ads. You can use organic Instagram reach as well. So I'm very happy that he shared those points.
Hey, I do not be doing live streams, but
hey, bro, you're killing it. Everybody let Drew know in the chat. Give him some gas him
up.
Man. Great job.
Back to what I was saying, right? So I was talking about the hashtags. You don't want to go for the ones over 1 million posts. You want to go for the ones that are kind of lower when you first starting off because you don't have the authority yet. But once you get a little bigger, you can go for the bigger ones. But I would say under 250,000 posts, if you got an account under like 20,000 followers. And then after that, you can start going for the bigger hashtags and things like that. But from there, just posting every day and also doing promos as well. That really took my pages to a whole nother level when it comes to growth and everything like that. Just going to bigger pages in your niche and buying promos.
Yeah, 100%. Well, bro, we really appreciate it. You dropped some real game and you gave the people an actual blueprint. If you got $0, this is a great way to get started. And it segues into what we're going to be going into next. I mean, you can build that Instagram page to leverage and start your own Shopify store. I mean, having that page, having that organic reach is going to allow you to get sales without even having to spend money on ads, which is a lot of people's biggest concern. So, what's up?
And look, I did that with a couple of my challenges. I used my Instagram page to do drop shipping. So we really don't, Well, drop shipping, you do need a little money to get started. But with Instagram, you don't need no money.
100%.
So if you build up the audience, you could always make money off that audience. It really doesn't matter what you do.
Yeah. So, Drell, let me give you a chance to shout out the channel, bro, and let them know where they can find those challenges at. And then we're going to have you maybe answer a couple of questions from the audience and pick a giveaway winner, and then we'll move on to the next thing.
I can't really see the comments, bro.
Okay, that's fine.
I can see they slow on my screen, but
so where can you check out those challenges at, bro?
Black Hustlers Club on YouTube.
All right, y'all can check that out. I'll put it on the banner right here. And
the comments though, it's just gonna be a little delayed.
Yeah, if you want to pick one question, 2 questions here, I know that people are spamming right now, so pick a question, help somebody out, share some game, and I'll go ahead and put it on the screen.
And hey, bro, I'm gonna be in Miami next week. We should collab or something.
I'm down. Would y'all want to see that collab? Let me know.
Let's see. This chat going fast.
Yeah, they're loving you, bro. They're loving you. If you want, I can help you pick a question.
All right, because I can't really see it on my screen like that.
That's cool. They said, how much do you pay for promos starting out?
Starting out, it really depends on the page you go to be honest. Because some of them, they're going to charge 100, some of them 50, some of them 25. It really depends on the page you go to.
Mm-hmm. For sure. And then the next question is, we'll end on this question because we got a couple other special guests in the chat literally waiting. So I want to just ask one more. They said, what's the biggest mistakes that people make when they're starting an Instagram? Maybe you can name like 1 or 2 big mistakes you see people doing.
One, not being consistent. That's a huge one. People start it all the time. I see it all the time because I'm in that niche and people watch my videos. So I be seeing their accounts and everything like that. But the big problem is they don't stay consistent with it. Like they'll post once and then they'll stop for a couple of days, post again, and then they'll stop. You gotta stay consistent. You gotta be posting every day on Instagram. It's not like YouTube where you could post once a week or something like that. Instagram, you gotta be on that every day. And then the second one I would say is not rebranding their page. So if they see their page is not working, a lot of people won't switch it up. They'll just keep posting the same type of content when it's not getting any likes, it's not getting any comments. When you see that, you got to switch up your page. You got to rebrand your page and start doing stuff that actually works.
Yeah, 100%. Some good game, bro. Let's finish up your segment here with having you pick a giveaway winner. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's like an older comment or a newer comment. Any comment here that stands out to you, just let me know which one. Tell me their name. Tell me what the comment says. And we're going to be giving this person $100 cash.
100.
100.
Let's see. And hey, we collab. What video you trying to do? You trying to do like a challenge? You trying to do a head-to-head? What you trying to do?
I mean, we can do a lot of things. I think it's either we do something building it together, or we both like. Maybe we talk about this more after, but I'll just throw the idea up for the loyal people that are here to watch. Maybe it's like we both set a goal, and then we both go out and try to accomplish that goal, and we bring a cameraman doing one thing and a cameraman doing the other thing.
We both trust it. Yeah, that'd be tough.
Meet in the middle, and then like see what we learned from the challenge. You get me?
Yeah.
That'd be cool. I think they would like that.
Hey, let me know if y'all want to see that because I'm gonna be in Miami next week for a whole week. So let me know.
Yeah, I think we can make it happen. So who we picking, bro?
Let's see. We're gonna go with this thing. Be moving fast.
Yeah, they're spamming.
We just gonna go with. I'm gonna go back to the stream.
All right, sounds good.
Cause I'll be having to look at it on YouTube because the chat on the StreamYard, it don't show me too much.
They're blowing it up. Guys, we're doing a $100 giveaway right now. Spam the chat. Let's go. And then we got a special guest coming up next. We got Luke. Justin.
Rent due today. Hey, we're gonna go with his rent due today. We gotta look out.
Tell me his name.
What's his name? I lost it. Well, this dude said for the culture. Do you see?
I got him right here.
You got him? I bet.
This guy is actually funny as hell. He had me laughing last time.
His rent due today. We gotta look out for my man.
Yeah, we gotta take care. All right, Drell. Well, take it easy, bro. We got that collab coming soon, and when you're in Miami, give me a call. We'll make it happen.
For sure.
All right.
Have a good one, man.
All right.
I think we should do one more giveaway, Justin. because there's so many people in here, literally 350 people on the live right now. So I think we should do one more giveaway.
Let's do it. If you guys are excited to see way more value as well, we got a lot more lined up for you guys. Drop some comments down below. Let's see some funny comments, guys. We want to see the best one. I got my man Mark making me laugh throughout the stream here. I'm trying to keep a straight face. Mark making me laugh, man. He's a funny guy.
Yeah, I was watching Justin while Drell was talking. This man was trying to keep it in. It was really funny. Yeah. So yeah, let's see what we got here. We got almost knocked down the desk. All right, we got a few people, and I love to hear some of y'all's stories, man. We got Lenrique. He said, "I'm 19 from South Africa. I'm trying to create generational wealth." That's what's up, bro. Worldwide. We got, man, so many people. It's hard to even keep up with. I'll go ahead and pick this one. Let's see what we got. Let's go with Caleb with the Tyler the Creator mugshot. He said, "I was shopping and my alarm for your stream went off, so I ran home, and here I am." You got to respect the dedication. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Caleb, man.
Congrats,
Caleb, put your PayPal email down below. Guys, so far in this stream, we've been here for 30 minutes, and we're giving out $300 in cash. So we got more to give away. We got about $700 more to give away. But up next, we're going to be bringing on Luke and Justin. Maybe you can introduce people to Luke and actually, tell them who he is. For sure. Go ahead.
So guys, we got my really great friend and student of BSF, Luke Tull, absolute phenomenal brand builder. He, started work with us, I want to say about a little bit less than a year ago. And, he really started to get some great traction with us and now is scaled and built a full-on brand, which is phenomenal, doing very, very well. And he's reinvesting back into it every single day. He's a really great guy and he wants to give some value to you guys today. So I'm super excited to have him on. Ladies and gents, Luke Tull.
Luke.
Hey, good evening, everybody. I see there's tons of people joining from across the world. So that makes me very happy to see that that's the great thing about like the power of the internet and like Shopify and Instagram is that you can pretty much do this from anywhere. And that's something that I was really drawn to as well. So as you're starting out, keep that in mind that like you can do it too, because if you got a computer or a phone and an internet connection, you can make it happen. You don't have to have anything too special.
100%.
So
I think first things first, just so the people, got to get an idea of where you're at, maybe share some numbers, like where you're at with your business, like how successful is your Shopify store, so people understand that it's worth it to stick around and listen to what we're going to talk about here. Because, guys, I wasn't going to bring him on if he wasn't somebody that I trust and I know that is doing well. So, talk about it a little bit, Luke.
Yeah, so like Justin said, I started in the BSF program like a little bit over a year ago, I think. And, when I first started out, I was struggling. My business was not very good. I had a store, I had products on it. And I knew I needed help. This is the thing is that, and I think Drell was kind of mentioning this as well, is that when you're doing something and it's not working, that means something needs to change. Otherwise, you're going to continue to get the same results that you've been getting in the past. So that's why I knew, hey, I need somebody. I need some change in my life because otherwise I'm going to continue to get these same results. And I mean, the results were like no sales. So I joined his program, followed the BSF system, learned all the different things about how to find a product, how to run advertisements, how to even build the store. Actually, when I first joined, I posted the store and said, hey, what do you guys think? And they said, Luke, you know what? Like that store's just not going to cut it. And being open to change, I just blew the whole thing up and created basically a store that mimicked the BSF system because I knew deep down that like I need to change. So basically I think I built out the store in about a month and a half. And then, around, I think it was like two months in, I had like a semi-winning product. I think Jordan, you talked about this. I had a product that I was selling for $19.95. That was like kind of a tease because I was selling a ton of units and getting a ton of traffic, like due to all the systems and kind of leveraging all the BSF, methodologies. And I was like getting super pumped. And I looked at my bank account and I'm like, wait a second, I'm basically like breaking even. I might even be losing a bit of money on this product. So I think Justin, you mentioned this as well, is that I kind of realized right then and there, and it was really hard. We tried to push this thing as far as we could. And I think at some point we just said, like got to move on. And that made me realize, margins are everything when it comes down to picking a product and having that high perceived margin or high perceived value. Whether that's, like a fur coat that has a lot of fabric or, something that's quite trendy that you can't really find anywhere else in a store, for instance, like And that means you can charge a lot more because, there's scarcity around that product. Like you can't get it anywhere else, or you kind of make it feel like that's the case, even if you might be able to find it somewhere. So I basically ended up I had like what I did not know at the time, I had a very seasonal product, and it just completely blew up. Like I ran a product that I had about 3 years ago, and I had no idea what I was doing, but I was making sales. And so I thought to myself, you know what? With the BSF system, I just saw that working with this other lower margin product. Let me just give this one a shot. So I actually ran it through the whole gauntlet, and I ended up scaling that to like, I think some of my higher numbers are like $10,000 per day, like just numbers I couldn't even believe. Like I was just like going crazy because I'm like, I've never even seen that much money like anywhere, much less on my phone, and it's actually mine. Of course, there's, advertising costs and product costs, but like just the fact that I was able to generate that much revenue in a single day was just like the most amazing thing in the world. And it started really fast. Like that's the thing about winning products is like they don't hide. Like when you start them, you start to get sales, and it's kind of exponential growth. Like I think I took that from like, $100 to like 10K in about a month or something, like just some ridiculous growth.
Which is super, super good, especially when starting off with the systems in the first place. So Luke, walk us kind of through, what did it look like on day 1 and day 2? Like, did you know it was a guaranteed winner on day 1 or day 2? Or did it take a few days for you to actually realize that this was going to be something that we can scale long-term?
Yeah, so I had a few days of like really good progress, and then what would happen, I think what was happening, and I think I remember this conversation, this post very specifically, is like, hey, I had like a tough day today, like am I doing something wrong, what's happening? But what I ended up doing is just kind of followed the killing strategy that we had played out, which, is basically like, hey, if I don't get a view content, kill it after the first day, add to cart in the second day, kill. So anyway, I just followed that system, and I was able to kind of like wean out the kind of the bad advertisements, kind of maintain more like a maintain mode. And then as soon as we got into a better flow, because not every day is the same in e-commerce. So like you don't always make the same amount of money. And especially in the beginning when the algorithm is learning, it doesn't necessarily know who's going to buy from you. So I did have some like tribulations definitely from that day 1 to a month time period. But like using the strategies that we had in place, I was able to kind of clean the ads, help it learn to like find the appropriate buyers in the marketplace, and then I was able to kind of scale on top of that using micro big bang, and eventually CBOs, which are super great when your pixel is got a ton of information. Right. So
yeah, let me ask something real quick, bro. Sorry to cut you off.
No, sure.
I think a lot of people here, they are beginners, right? So I think we should avoid going too advanced. I think a good thing to share for the people is like if you were going to start a new store over tomorrow, knowing what you know now after making millions of dollars on Shopify and sales, what would you recommend? How would you approach it? Would you go general store? Would you go niche store? Would you go single product store? Talk about what you would do if you started over tomorrow.
Yeah, I would definitely go general store and just don't make it look like a general store in that sense, but I would definitely create some sort of general store because I want to be able to test different types of products on a whim. I want to be able to throw it on the store, get a description on there, get a video cut, and just throw it up there because the thing about it is that speed is like everything when it comes down to it, especially when you're starting out. So I want to be able to test things like every single day or, maybe every other day. Maybe that's a little too aggressive, but you want to make sure that you give yourself the ability to kind of shift things around. Because I did start with a general store. I didn't have just this specific product on it in the beginning. I had other products in different niches. And then once I realized, hey, this is a banger, then I actually took that over to more of a niche store. And I think that to me, it makes the most sense. I'm pretty sure that's what BSF preaches as well. And I totally agree with it because I want to move fast and I want to be able to test things as fast as possible because ultimately, not every product's just going to be a winner or a banger out of the gate. You got to keep testing. And that's the other thing I learned too, is that like, I could have given up. Like I was like at the point of like, gosh, like every product I've tried hasn't really worked. And then I just had to get a little creative and kind of like draw back into my mind and just think about, what are the things that we look for in a product and why it makes it so successful. And that's how I was able to find that one. So.
Yeah, 100%. I think that's actually some good advice. And when it comes to the actual product selection, there's so many products out there. I know you already talked about looking for higher margin, but what methods do you recommend for finding these products? And ideally something that's free, like, not even a software, even though I own a software, like, what are some methods that you recommend? Actually, what did you use to find your product?
I mean, I actually found it. I'm pretty sure I found it on a Facebook ad, and I looked at the Facebook ad, I looked at the website, and I'm like, man, like they weren't that good, but they were getting like ridiculous ton of engagement and views, and I was like, gosh, I could probably do this like a little bit better. So like I think like skimming ads and you're in, when you're finding some sort of niche that you think has a high perceived value is one way to do it. I actually even told a lot of my VAs just to say, hey, go look for ads and go look for stores that don't look that great, but that have like a really amazing product that people like. And the other thing too, I use a lot is like Google Trends, YouTube videos, trying to see if there's other content out there. Because the thing is, if you kind of align the stars between all these different search platforms and big e-commerce platforms like Amazon and AliExpress, you can kind of find and funnel through and find like a really good product without having to go through the testing process so rigorously, like I was talking about.
Mm-hmm. I think that's great. So what I can gather from what you're talking about is looking for products that are already doing well, but have room for you to do it better. So better website, better ads, higher margin, different offer. And, it's funny because this is exactly what I talk about on my channel. This is exactly how I found my 7-figure winning product as well. It is such a simple approach. And the approach is simply based on you sharpening your blade and becoming a better marketer. Because for you to even notice that, oh, I could do this better, you have to have some confidence in your skills. So to do that, it takes time. That is
true.
That you guys need to work on and develop. For everybody that's sitting here watching, Luke is not going to share some magical product strategy with you. Justin is not going to share some magical ad strategy with you. All of us, everybody else that we're going to bring on the live today has put in the work and learned how to become a better marketer. And you can do this through YouTube. You can do this through studying. But at the end of the day, the best way, and I want to hear your take on this, is simply by falling on your face, learning from your mistakes, and just trying to stack those little wins.
Yeah, I mean, I completely agree. That was actually written in my notes here, is that I did try drop shipping like 3 years ago, and I went from like $5,000 to broke real fast because I had no idea how to sell. I had no idea how to market. And so I completely agree with that. I think that's a core fundamental. If someone came up to me and said, hey, I'm trying to start a business, what should I do? Yeah, learn sales and marketing, learn how to sell. And I think Darrell actually referenced this earlier too, is once you kind of understand that how that all works from a buyer like psychology standpoint, you can just print that anywhere. Like I have other businesses that are not e-commerce. I have a business that's strictly, servicing Shopify stores with some like really technical things, but I'm able to use that same sales and marketing blueprint in that business because it doesn't really matter what it is. You have to be able to speak to the value that you bring to the marketplace, whether that's a product or a service. So I completely agree with that. That's definitely like one of my main things. And I think also establishing some level of cash flow too, because you can't really run a business if you start out with $200 and then you lose it and you have nothing else to draw on. Like businesses take money to start. Dropshipping is probably the best one to start with a little capital, but you have to realize that like you can't just feed in like $200 and expect to just get $500 back. I mean, unless you win the lottery or something. So like that's the other thing too, is that you need some sort of way of establishing that cash flow as well, because that's actually how I was able to get back into it. Is I built some level of cash that I could actually draw on and grow the business. So, that learning the sales and marketing as well as being able to draw and have some level of cash flow or stability was also how I was able to kind of like blow that up so fast. So
yeah, that's some good game. I appreciate you coming on here to share with us, bro. I think one last thing I want to do with you before we bring on our next guest, which is somebody that you guys definitely know, and I'm super excited to announce this, is I want you to answer maybe 1 or 2 questions from the chat. I'll pick them out for you, just to give some people some direct feedback that might be really inspired by your story. And then also I'm going to have you pick a giveaway winner as well of another $100 PayPal deposit. And also, let's give a shout out to Krista. It looks like she's in here, your wife. She's
I did not even notice.
Shout out to her, man. She in here. So what's going on?
What's up, Krista? Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
Yeah, to her. So yeah, let me pick one of these questions real quick.
Sure. You throw them my way. I'll take any of them.
I've heard you throw out a couple different, like amounts of money that you should start with. And I keep seeing people drop this question in the chat. They're asking how much money should you actually try to save up before you get started with building your brand?
Oh, that's a really hard question to answer, actually.
Yeah.
I would say anywhere from like this is probably super high and people are not expecting this, anywhere from like 2,000 to 5,000. And the thing is, like, here's the thing. If you can't get $2,000 to $5,000 of money to invest in something, you shouldn't be like starting a business in general. Like you need to kind of learn the hustle muscle, I call it, is like you got to be able to grind out, stack money away, and actually like build something for yourself first before you can start investing into other things and taking a bit more risk. Because ultimately, like there is some risk involved in starting a business. And so like to me, I'm like, if you don't have that ability to like go get the money like Drell was talking about and just like do whatever it takes, I feel like then like maybe you should, potentially be looking to invest in yourself and learn that sales and marketing like you're talking about. So I'd say anywhere from like 2 to 5K. I know that's super high, but that's my like opinion on it.
I could agree to that. And I think a point that you made a little earlier is more important than the actual amount that you start with, is that you need to have some cash flow coming in. I say this all the time.
Yeah.
People come to me like, oh, Jordan, I'm 18 years old and I have $500. Can I get started? And I'm like, you could, but when you burn that $500, are you going to give up? I think the best approach for any of you guys out there is get some type of cash flow, just like Luke was talking about. Even if you have to go flip some burgers or go mop some floors, like it doesn't matter. That's part of your story, And to go from that to investing that into your business and building a multi-million-dollar business is a much better story than, hey guys, I tested the first product and became a millionaire. Like
that's a really good point, Jordan. Actually, because like you're right about that. If you have $500, but you have another $500 coming next week, there's no problem. There's no issue there because you have actually money to work with still. Like so. I'm totally with you on that. That's a really good point. I didn't think about it that way.
Yeah, 100%. And I guess, Justin had introduced you by saying that you have transitioned from having a general store to going on to build an actual brand. If you could real briefly touch on how you made that transition. It's a transition I've made as well, and so has Justin, but I want to hear from you so I can learn how were you able to go on and turn it into building a brand?
It's really tough, right? Because I want my customers to have a really good experience. If I'm doing 150 orders a day, I want my customers to have good level of service. So yeah, I did transition to a brand, and what I ended up doing is investing probably way too much money into inventory. Like that was probably a mistake. You're gonna make mistakes, so I'm just gonna say it now. So I invested a ton of money into inventory with my existing supplier to actually get stock on United States soil in a warehouse at a it's called a 3PL. It's basically just a warehouse that you don't touch, see, or do anything. You just ship it to the warehouse. They do all the shipping logistics for you. So I basically had them ship it to this warehouse. I had an agreement with them. And so I built a whole new website around it, whole new name, and launched completely fresh February of this year. And we did some like ridiculous numbers. I think in March we did like 200,000, and it was a ridiculous profit margin, like 40%.
Wow.
So it was like like the transition played out. Like I was like, oh my gosh, like I was feeling terrible. Bank account is probably less than I had in like late 2020, but I was like crushing, and I was like, yeah, okay, maybe this was a good decision, because I was kicking myself for a few months there because I was waiting, 30 to 45 days to get the inventory across. So those are the two things. Is like I got inventory onshore. I gave my customers a better level of service. We start inserting cards into the packages, for instance, with our brand and what we're about, and here's some instructions of how to use the product better. Because a lot of the time they just get a product and like, what the hell? Like there's nothing with it. It's just a product.
Yeah.
So we started doing some of that as well. And then we've ventured into doing some email marketing and also doing a lot of cross-selling with complementary products as well, so that we are increasing our average order value. So.
Yeah, amazing. I've noticed the same thing with my brand because, I started with a dropshipping store as well. And I'm going to talk about it in a sec. But guys, go ahead in the chat and let me know, how would $200,000 a month in sales change your life? I don't care if it's a funny comment or it's a real serious comment. We're going to go ahead and have Luke pick one of these comments, and we're going to actually give one person $100 on PayPal, and we're going to give one person a free lifetime access account to my product research tool, Viral Vault. This is pretty much the all-in-one toolkit for you guys to get started with your own store. But I agree with you, bro. I saw the same thing. I was testing the product on a niche store. The product did well. But once I doubled down, made custom content, took some custom photos, I was able to see my costs go down significantly, which would allow me to scale, past $200,000 a month. And, now we're actually about to cross $2 million in sales on this brand. And it's just off two awesome products, And I started testing on I guess you could say, a general store. I call it a hybrid store. It's kind of like a mix between the niche and the general, where you have like a nice branded feel, but it's still general. So can you actually see the comments, Luke?
I can see the comments, but I'm like, Drell, man, I'm like, they're so fast. Let's see here.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. I'm just gonna try to pick one that's pretty recent here.
Okay, there's some pretty good ones. He said, "I'll buy everyone a PS5." That's pretty funny. I want a PS5, even though I don't know if that would work. You might have to hit a lick for that one.
That is a pretty funny one. I think we could roll with that one if you want to. That's actually pretty clowning. So
Fair enough.
we'll go with that one.
Where were they at? I was still find it. So many comments. I love how active this chat is, man. You guys are going crazy today.
A lot of pizza rolls.
Yeah, I know. Okay, let's do some winners. I like the pizza rolls as well. I don't eat pizza rolls anymore, but it used to be one of my favorite foods. All right, so Shatara, $100 for you, and $100 for the person that was talking about the PS5s. Y'all, don't get hurt if I didn't pick you. As you can see, this is like about as random as it possibly can get, and we still got about like $600 left to give away, and I'm going to be giving away a few more Viral Vault accounts. And also, Justin, if you're open to it, we might even give away a free one-on-one coaching call with Justin. He doesn't even do one-on-one calls anymore. So that's something that you guys would want to see. But Luke, thank you, bro.
Yeah, of course, man. Appreciate the invite, and God bless everybody. It was a pleasure joining.
Phenomenal, Luke. It's amazing seeing you hop on here and share your story, man, from where you started to where you are now. Couldn't be more proud of you, brother.
One last thing
Thanks
I
so
want
much, Justin.
One last thing I want to touch on while you're here, Luke, is when Luke first joined, he was talking about the Beyond Six Figures mentorship program, and he attributed, a good amount of his success to that program. And if you guys didn't know, Justin and I actually partnered on that together. So I'm actually involved with the Beyond Six Figures team. And if you guys are looking for a personalized mentorship to hold your hand through the entire process of starting your business, you can go ahead and click the link down below. It's the first link in the description, and you can send Justin a message personally and see if you're a good fit for the program. Justin, you can touch on it briefly, and then we'll bring on our next guest, who you guys are going to love to see.
I can't wait for the next guest, and I'll definitely touch on that briefly for you as well, Jordan. It's the program with the most consistent results in this specific market. If you're looking to start off or scale, there's not a program out there with more consistency over the last 5-6 years alone. If you want someone to really be in your corner, there with you every single step of the way before you spend a single cent. We're your guys. We've been doing this for far too long, over 8+ figures in student sales alone. And, these plaques right here are just from the coaching program alone, not even counting our Shopify stores as well. So something to consider. It's very proven, and it'll definitely help you out in the direction that you're looking to go into.
Definitely. Well, all right, Luke, I'm going to go ahead and get you off of here now, but thank you, bro.
Peace out. Thanks so much.
Enjoy, Luke.
All right, guys.
That's awesome.
Shout out to Luke, man. He's really
seeing our people come on here and present like that is something crazy. And he's doing $200,000 a month. That's some big boy life-changing money right there. So shout out to Luke. Really, really good dude.
Absolutely. So next up is a very familiar face. If you guys watch me, you definitely know this guy. Me and him go way back for the last couple of years. We've been learning from each other and growing alongside each other. I'm going to bring on my boy, Harry Coleman, the beast of e-com. This guy has gone to build on a multi-7-figure business and inspired literally thousands of people around the world to start their own business. He's going to come on here and share some game with you guys about Facebook ads and how he was able to build his brand to this level. So let's go ahead and get him on the stream. Harry, what's up?
What's going on, boys? It's been a long time. And that intro, I don't think I can top that intro. I appreciate it. These boys who you are currently witnessing here are two of my very, very good friends. And, they are staples in this industry. So you guys are definitely learning from some guys who are absolutely killing it in the game. And it's a pleasure to jump on and try and help out as best as I possibly can. It's 12 a.m. here in the UK. So, we're still out grinding and ready to help you guys out.
Yeah, bro, glad to have you on. But first off, the camera quality, though, bro. You going
I was
crazy.
just going to say, what's he using over there, man?
Bro got the iPhone 15 or something.
That camera's clear. You got the full beard going on. Jeez, how are you putting on for us today?
This ain't even the latest one. This is the iPhone 12. So I'm not sponsored by Apple or anything like that. But if you guys want to get the crisp looking picture, go get yourself an iPhone 12.
Hey, they need to cut you the check for that one. Hey, so look, the people who don't already know you, which is probably not many of them, but just give them a little intro about you, who you are, how you got started, and where you're at today.
Yeah, sure. So believe it or not, I actually got fired from my 9-to-5 job. Came across dropshipping in around about 2016. First store that I started completely bombed. After that, I went on to start more stores, and I've been able to do over 10 mil rev across multiple different stores, niche-based stores, branded stores, even a few general stores here and there. And yeah, if you guys don't know who I am, I do have a channel, Beast of Ecom. If you Google, check out YouTube, you can find out some of my videos. And yeah, that's pretty much a short intro to myself.
Yeah. So what are you, working on now going into Q4? What are your plans for these next couple months to really maximize this time?
Yeah, so me personally, I like to get in September and October, because I know that in November it's good to test products still, but CPMs are a little bit higher. So I like to get in as best as I possibly can in September and October. So at the moment in time, September was a good month across the niche branded stores. I like to personally start. We'll get into this kind of maybe a little bit later in terms of, because I know a lot of people on this call are like beginners. So we can kind of talk about my views of, what I think people should start and those kind of things. But yeah, I run a lot of niche based branded stores. So that's what I like to push, and that's what I find has the best success. Over these next few months, and that's what we're working on, new products, and giving a branded experience with still drop shipping as well.
Yeah, I think a good starting place would actually be there. Like, talk about your launch strategy. So, if you were in the position of somebody watching this stream that, has $1,000, has some cash coming in and wants to get started right now, like, how would you approach this game? I heard you mention niche stores. So talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so, I think it comes down to your level of experience. So people who have no experience whatsoever, right? And you've never sold anything online. You watch Jordan's videos, you're in the Facebook groups, and you're kind of wondering which place to go. Now, when you start off, you're completely overwhelmed with all of this information. There's different strategies, X, Y, and Z all over the place. Niche stores, one product stores, branded stores, all these kind of things. Now, I base it on experience. So if you have never sold anything online whatsoever and you don't know which niche you want to get into, then just go down a general store route, like what was his name before? Luke mentioned, right? Now, if you already have a niche idea in mind, because one of the biggest things that happens with newbies, especially happen with myself, and I don't know about you guys as well, is you get this kind of like analysis paralysis, and you don't know which niche to go with. You're toying between like 3 of them, and you're thinking, is this the perfect niche? Is this the perfect niche? Is this one? And the truth is, there's no such thing as a perfect niche, right? Every single one of them makes money. You can make $1 million in, selling water bottles if you really wanted to, right? So if you know which niche you want to get into and you have that idea, then just go down a niche-based store route, because you're going to get a higher conversion rate. You're still going to have that flexibility to be able to test multiple different products. And that's what I would say. If you don't have no experience and you don't know which niche you want to get into, because for whatever reason you've got 3 and you can't decide between 3, go down the general store route, test out a load of products. When you find something that clicks, you can do what Jordan said and what Luke said. And what most of us do is like then move it more into the branded niche-based route and take it from there. And if you've got, a good feeling where you want to brand it even more and go down the one product route, then you can do that as well.
What do you think makes up a good niche store?
So definitely kind of like the branding side of things. And this comes down to design as well, and little small things that you can do that you don't have to do right from the off, but you can do down going forward. So one thing that we like to do, right, is very easy, very cheap, and very inefficient to do. You can get like cards, like Luke mentioned. You can get these cards printed by your supplier, by your agent, whoever, and they are pennies, like literally pennies. And just include them inside of your packaging, which again gives that that branded feel to a product when they get it, when the customer gets it. Again, it doesn't cost you that much whatsoever. It'll probably add on like 0.5 cents or something like that for every order that you have. Another thing, and obviously on that card, you can do things such as include a discount. And if you've got an Instagram account as well, you can head them over to your socials, etc., and those kind of things. Another thing that you can do, which is really inefficient or really cheap to do, is just get your supplier, and we do this as well, is if you've got a logo, and obviously you should have a logo on your store, just get them to print out a bunch of stickers. They could be the really small ones, which are like this, right? Or they could be like square ones if you've got a square logo, and get those stuck on the package as well, where also where people put their addresses, and then underneath that it can have the logo of your store. And then of course, then inside as well, you get that card as well. And those sorts of things are small that you can do. And they're going to help you stand out as well. In terms of like design base, what I mean is that most people don't pay much attention to design of their stores. Now, I'm not expecting everyone to be a completely like a whiz on being able to design stuff because it comes with time. But if you're not an expert and you don't know how to design a logo, right, just jump onto Fiverr. They cost literally a $5 to get a logo made. And you can just get those made and just spend some time actually designing your store, make it look good and stand out. And that's going to help you get your conversion rate and help you stand out a bit more from all of the other guys who are not putting in that effort.
Yeah, Canva, Canva, is actually a really good tool as well. I like to use Photoshop personally, but barely anybody actually knows how to use Photoshop. Though I do believe learning that skill of designing in Photoshop has allowed me to make, much faster progress than other people. But yeah, Canva is a good tool as well for you guys looking to design elements for your store. It's not sponsored. I actually use them and I recommend it. But I think that's some good advice, Harry. One of the things that, you inspire me the most with, and I watch your videos to learn, is your Facebook ads. And I want you to share some game about, for beginners, the best way to test these products on Facebook ads. Is it the same strategy they've been using for years? Is there anything that you're doing differently now with iOS 14? Like, what are you working on now when it comes to launching a new product?
Yeah, so Facebook has completely changed for anyone who's, been in the game since probably last year, because this whole ISO thing was supposed to come out and there was the talk of it, and now it's kind of out. People, and it's not just drop shippers, by the way, it's anyone who's running ads on Facebook, right? So it's not just you if something isn't performing, it's everyone who's spending $100 all the way up to $100,000 per day. In terms of the strategy, what Facebook now are pushing for, and what I've generally been swaying towards, is more consolidation in terms of running adverts, especially at scale. But since we're going to be talking about testing, now in most accounts, what Facebook are rolling out is dynamic testing, dynamic targeting, interest expansion, ticked on. So for those who have ever ran ads, or if you've got a Facebook ad account, when you used to kind of like duplicate, you get that little tick. And before, you used to be able to untick that, but now Facebook are forcing that tick essentially on. So they've completely removed the option to untick it. And basically what that means is that now in Facebook, it's more of a case of your creative, getting a good creative and not going wild with tons and tons of different interests, because they're going to send the interest, even though you put in dogs, they're going to target, like, say, pets. They're going to also target dog food, etc., etc. So you can start out just a normal campaign. Again, website conversion is still normally how you should always run things. Always optimize for purchase to start out with, even though Facebook will say optimize for link clicks. Don't do that, because you'll just burn through money. Doesn't make sense to do that. Always optimize for purchase, right? And then from there, how I've been doing things personally is you can do this with either a CBO or ABO, but personally I've been doing ABO just so, because I just like to test with ABO pretty much. I like to do 5 interests, okay? 5 interests with the first 5 interests will be targeting the United States. So let's say dog, cat, rabbit, and horse, and give me another animal. Dog, cat, rabbit, horse.
Bird.
I'm running out of blanks here. Bird. Okay, so those 5 would target the United States. Okay, just the country would be United States, and then I would have another 5 which would target ex-United States, right? So when I say ex-United States, I mean countries which aren't targeting the UK, and they'll be like your top 5: your Canada, your Australia, your New Zealand's, Norway's, Denmark's. Those kind of countries work all right. So we've got like 5 different interests. That's all we've got, 5 different interests, but with the only changes that we're making is between the countries, right? And that's generally how I've been running things. Make sure that you're doing all placements, making sure you're running with like at least minimum of 2 creatives. If you're just going to do really quick rapid tests to start out with. And then the goal from there is essentially finding out something which first and foremost works and is profitable to get you some sales. And then from there, it's a case of obviously scaling out and going into lookalike audiences, running broad once you've got enough data in your pixel, doing your retargeting and all those kind of things.
You talk about the creative, right? And I think I agree with you. The creative is the biggest part of it. Okay. I think that no matter what strategy you use, no matter what approach you take, if the creative is weak, it's going to flop. So what do you do when you're designing a creative, right? And a lot of people, I would prefer if you don't talk about doing a fully custom creative, because a lot of people don't do that. But if that's what you do, tell me. But I think the creative is something that really scares a lot of beginners. And if you could give some game on for everybody watching how to make a good creative for a product, and it would help them tremendously. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to have them ask you some questions, and we'll pick a couple giveaway winners. And if you don't mind, bro, I think it would be cool to give away as one person access to your course so they can see your strategies firsthand.
Okay, cool. So what was the question again?
Creative.
Completely
What is your
forgot. Oh,
approach to
creative. That was it. Yeah. So so if you're just starting out and you don't have the money to go ahead and build a complete brand and get custom content and all those kind of things, and you want to rapidly test products, then of course you're going to have to use content which is out in the, let's call it ether, right? Now, that can come from your supplier, it can come from clips elsewhere, etc., etc. But it's always best to obviously have as many different clips as you possibly can. In terms of making it yourself, I used to start out making up the creatives myself, and it comes down to obviously the two softwares I would recommend is Premiere Pro if you know how to use it. If you don't, then Canva's a little bit easier. If I'm being perfectly honest, right? Canva's a hell of a lot easier actually. And now in terms of structure of the actual video, the best thing that works between for in terms of engagement and click-through rate, first and foremost, it's all about those first 3 seconds. Okay, the first 3 seconds are the most important thing ever, because if people don't engage with that first 3 seconds, then what's going to happen is they're just going to continue to keep on scrolling. So you need to have a hook in those first 3 seconds to be able to grip the attention and then get them to continue to keep watching and then go from there. So in that hook, you want to either be doing some sort of fast-paced motion, bring the product to life, or it could start out with another hook would be showing what the problem is. If you're selling a problem-based, problem-solving product, you would, state what the problem is. Are you having trouble, or showing someone who's, wasting time or whatever it may be. And then from there, you transition after those 3 seconds into the next 10 seconds to basically be the benefits of the product. Now, I'd only recommend that you stick to pointing out what the first 3 are. Even if a product's got like 5 or 10, don't stick them all in one video because it will just make it too long. Focus on what the best 2 or 3 benefits of the product are and put them in those next 10 seconds. Okay. And then from there, what I like to do is go into the social proof element. So that could be, you can mock, again, photo editor can do these kind of things, or you could flash up photos of people with the product that you could get from AliExpress, or just 500 people have purchased this product. You could do like a looks scroll review, something like that, just a clip to put that in with that social proof. And then at the end of the video, it's basically just a call to action. Or if you're running some sort of discount and say 50% off only for today or for 24 hours. And then obviously the last frame is basically a call to action. So, click down below, etc., something like that. That's how I structure things, and that's how we structure things.
So let me give a simple breakdown of what you just said so people can really grasp that. You're saying that the most important part is the first 3 to 5 seconds. And in those first 3 to 5 seconds, you need to address the main benefit of the product that you're selling. If there's a clear problem that the product is solving, share that problem and solution right away. Then follow up with the most important benefits or features of the product. Show some social proof, meaning a review, or some looks reviews, meaning like a photo with some 5 stars and some text, and then just a straight call to action. Keeping it simple, but making sure to only focus on the most important things and no fluff at all.
100%. Yeah, bang on.
Cool. So I think that's a good approach for all you guys out there that are looking to test. I think, Luke broke down a good strategy for actually the store building, and Harry's Facebook ad strategy is almost identical to what I'm using. Really combining those ad sets. Combining those interests, separating them by country, so you give Facebook the freedom to work. There was once a time, a couple years ago, where we would want to separate every single interest and make everything individual, but I think it doesn't work as well anymore. Facebook is getting more powerful day by day, and the broader that we can go, the better performance we're going to be getting from our ads, because it gives Facebook the freedom to test. So the main thing that you guys should be focusing on when it comes to Facebook ads is the creative. If you're missing that, it doesn't matter what strategy you use at all.
100%.
All right, cool. So I think there's a ton of questions coming in. Guys, if you have questions for Harry, let us know in the chat. We'll answer a couple questions. And I think right now, while the questions are piling in, we should go ahead and pick another giveaway winner. While Harry's on here, we'll do 3 different giveaways. So go ahead and just start letting us know in the chat, guys. We're going to do $100 on PayPal again. Okay, this is going to be the last $100 giveaway. The next PayPal giveaway is going to be $250. So stay tuned for that. We're going to give away a free Viral Vault account. And we're going to give away, if you're okay with this, Harry, one person access to your Facebook course, your training program. Is that cool?
Yeah, let's do it.
Awesome. And by the way, guys, if you're not already subscribed to Harry, go ahead and look up the Beast of Ecom on YouTube. We need to get this man to 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. We need that. All right. So, yeah, you'll do it, bro. Trust. They're asking you, how much do you spend daily on ads? It's not necessarily relevant to everybody in here, but I think just a curiosity question.
Yeah, so at the moment in time, anything from 7K to 10K, that's pounds. So what's that in dollars? Like 15,000 to 10,000, is it in dollars? I'm not sure what the currency, I could check now, but round about those, depending on each day. That's what we're spending to. Ideally, when it gets to Q4, hopefully we can push that a little bit further, hit the 20Ks. We're hovering around 10K days on the stores, 10 to 15K. At the moment in time, I've literally, my PayPal accounts is on hold, and I've got to submit some stuff, and also Shopify as well. So having to scale back quite a bit before, really pushing the boat out for the next few months. Yeah, hopefully that answers that.
As you guys can see, Harry is not BSing, or as they say out there, taking the piss. This man is really giving game on what he's spending, right? This man is every day doing Facebook ads and spending real money on them. And it's not something where he's just giving some theory. This is actually what's working for him right now. The next question, and I'm also curious about this as well. What are you doing about the iOS 14 tracking? Do you use a tool like Hyros? Is there another tool that you're using? Like, what are you doing for that?
So there's so many that are out there. Most of the people here probably won't even use most of them. So I'll give you guys like the free one, which we're still using until we find out which one's the best. I know there's a few of the ones like Eleva, there's Red Track. But a free one that all of you guys can do now. Again, this isn't going to solve everything 100%. Nothing's going to solve everything 100%. There's no solution. Anyone who says they have the solution to iOS tracking it's not true. All right, you can't. There's aids out there, but nothing can 100% solve anything at the moment in time. So one thing that you have to make sure that you have is make sure that you integrate Google Analytics to your Shopify store. Very easy to do. Google any YouTube tutorial will show you how to do that. Next, what you need to do is, in every single one of your ads, okay, is you want to set up URL parameters. And if you scroll to the ad section and you scroll all the way down, it will say just build a URL parameter. And essentially, what you can do there is you can just mark the source as Facebook, mark the campaign as campaign name, and then I think we mark the source as ad set name, and then the other one as ad content as ad name. And then what will happen is when you're running ads, okay, anyone who clicks on that link, right, for that ad, it will trigger inside of Google Analytics. And then in Google Analytics, providing that you've got the e-commerce stuff set up, you can go into Google Analytics and you can essentially look and compare between the two, what's actually making sales on the last click, and then what is working in Facebook. Because in Facebook, you'll find most shit is at a 0 point something ROAS or 1 ROAS. Whereas when you actually have a look and work it out, you're actually making money. So it's making it difficult for you to be able to make decisions. So that would be the free thing that you can do first and foremost. And second of all, don't try and make decisions on like a daily basis. One thing that I'm an impatient person, but one thing I'm trying to do is not make haste decisions based on one day's performance. So at the moment in time, I'm only really reviewing ads unless you set up like $1,000 CBO. You gotta probably just check that shit on a daily basis. But if it's just like ad sets here and there and like $200 CBOs and stuff like that, you want to give them at least 3 days breathing space. And if you're going to completely review the whole of the ad account, I'm doing it like every 5 days, every 7 days, and then anything in between that. If it's high budget, then obviously you want to monitor it. Or if you're doing big caps and a bit more advanced shit, then you want to kind of check it on a daily basis. So short answer, Google Analytics, the free one that you can check out. Yeah,
sounds good. Thank you so much, bro. Justin, you got anything to say about his comments? I know you do ads yourself, so.
Yeah, overall, Harry, that was really, really great for these guys getting into Q4. I appreciate you hopping on with us today, man, and sharing that incredible taking in wisdom, man, and we hope to have you back on sometime.
100%, my guy. Hopefully I have to come out and see you guys when the US finally let people in.
Waiting on you, man, down here in Florida.
Yeah. Hey, Harry, so before you go, bro, let's pick somebody to win access to your program. I mean, I've gone through his program. It helped me out a lot, especially on the Facebook side of things. So one of you guys, Harry, you can just call their name.
So how's it work? I just click on comments, right? I'm on my mobile, right? So
Yeah,
comments.
click on comments. They're gonna be spamming. So just pick somebody. You can pick whoever you want. I don't care. And then after this, guys, me and Justin are gonna pick some people to win some money. So stay tuned. Don't leave. We got one more person to come on as well. So we're almost done, but we got a lot more to share.
Pick me birthday present. Oh shit, these are going quick. Yo, life changing.
We did already give that guy Ryan that's asking for the birthday present. I'm pretty sure we already gave him a giveaway. So
Ryan Epsom or something like that.
Yeah, let's pick somebody. Ryan Epsom. You want to pick him, or who you want to pick?
No. Okay. I want to go with. Shit, they're going quick, yo. Where's? I just seen someone said something. Where is it?
They said you're a wizard, Harry.
Some guy. Some dude said he was like he had denied jobs or something like that. I don't know if you guys can find that comment.
I'll try my best. If not, just pick somebody else.
Yeah.
You just say that.
Let's go with this dude, Kyle. Let's go with Kyle.
Kyle.
It just says I have 5 siblings.
All right, Kyle. So you're gonna win free access.
I'm the oldest of 17. Yeah, just do my guy.
Yeah, that's the boy right there. So Kyle, go ahead. And Harry, you wanted to put his email? Is that what's gonna work for you for that?
If you can get hold of it. I'm not sure how you're gonna be able to get hold of it.
I'll take care of it. We'll just have Kyle go ahead and put your email in the chat. And Harry, thanks a lot, bro. Make sure you guys go subscribe to him right now.
Yeah. Feel free to check out my channel if you guys want more information. BCBcom, and enjoy the rest of your
awesome job, man.
Take care.
All right, bro. Cheers.
See you guys soon, right?
Yeah.
See you soon, brother.
Man, Justin, how you feeling about this live, bro? It's been an hour and 17 minutes.
We're going through it, man. It's happening. We're giving some value, and I think the guests are going to love our next individual as well. Something that they can really, really, really relate to. His name is Davis, guys, and I think you guys are really going to like what he has to say. He's going to share with you how he found his first success in e-commerce, and now this man is scaling to the moon. Another student of our Beyond Six Figures BSF program, and he's an incredible person. He's actually also local to Miami as well, just like Jordan and myself. And I'm excited for the value that he'll be sharing with us today.
Yeah, let's pick 2 more giveaway winners, and then we'll go ahead and bring on Davis. So I actually see one right now. I want to actually give this woman the opportunity. I just saw her name, and she scrolled away from me. I want to give her the opportunity to get on a call with you because it seems like she's super dedicated. She's been sharing her whole story. But, man, this chat moves so fast. I keep losing you guys. So give me a sec. Let me figure out her name. Go ahead and keep commenting, guys. We're going to pick another winner as well for $100. So here we go. Right here. I found her. So Natalia Metz. Justin, this is somebody that we're going to hopefully see as one of your top success stories. 18 years. Didn't go to college because she wanted to start her business without racking up student debt. And maybe that coaching call with Justin will set you off on the right foot. So, Natalia, go ahead and put your email in the chat. Miguel, my assistant, is going to make sure we take care of that. And Justin will schedule a call with you sometime soon. So we'll make that happen.
Let's make it happen. Natalia, looking forward to meeting you. I can't wait to see what the hell you got going on so I could rip it down and help build it back up.
Yeah, that's what Justin does better than anybody else that I know. And I'm not going to lie. I keep seeing this comment. It's really funny to me. So Kanyisa said he's sick of his neighbor's cat and he wants to buy the house with the giveaway money. So you know what? I think that's a noble mission, and I want to support your cause. So we're going to go and we're going to send you $100 on PayPal. Go ahead and put your email. We'll take care of that. Now, next up, we're going to bring on Davis, another 7-figure Shopify store owner who actually has gone through the BSF personalized mentorship program and been able to build a successful business. So Davis, what is going on, bro?
How you doing, guys? Can you hear me there?
What's up, brother?
Loud and clear.
Thanks for having me today. I really appreciate the opportunity, and I'm happy to be helping anyone that I can and share my story with you, or any questions that you guys have. I'm more than happy to answer them.
Yeah, so let's start off with your elevator pitch, man. Who are you? What are you working on right now? And tell us a little bit about your story.
Yeah, bro. So like, I'm originally from South America, and I came to US about 9 years ago. So I went to school here. I currently work full time for one of the largest banks in the world. And last year, I started looking into drop shipping. I had the opportunity to test my first product. It did not go well at all. I spent like $2,500, just like first time beginner, and this was in November last year. After that, I decided to like take a step back, read a lot, like watch a ton of different videos, and it wasn't until like April that I saw Justin's ads that popped up, and I was like, I'm kind of hesitant. Maybe I should join a mentoring program that can help me take it like to where I'd actually want to take it. And I messaged him, and he was like, look, this is what you need. This is how we work. Are you ready to take it to the next level? And I waited another month to join the program. I joined the program. After a month, I launched my first product with him and my second in my whole life. Been profitable from day one, running at 30-40% margins. And yeah, bro, like this is the third month that we've been running that store, and it's getting really, really busy. We're about to bring a ton of more inventory to the US, and it's just skyrocket and scale it to the moon.
I love that. And Davis, one of the main things about you, my friend, is you always had kind of small ups and downs on the first few days of the product, but you still stayed true to the strict guidelines and systems. And that led you to kind of be where you're at now, and knowing that it's consistent and you're able to scale with great margin. So talk to us about, like you said, it was on one of your first products that you found within the BSF system that you started to really get good consistency. What did you see on that first day? Walk us through what it looked like, and walk us through, as someone who would be new to Shopify, launching ads for their first time, what to look for when you really know you have a winner. Do you always know, or does it kind of send you a message in the mail? Like, how do you know you have a winner?
Yeah, I mean, look, from the first day or the first 3 days, which is what we follow in BSF, or the 3-day rule, I saw that I had quite a couple of sales, and as I started duplicating those ad sets, I saw that I was getting more and more and more sales. When I saw that I was profitable from day one, even when I wasn't drop shipping, but I was actually using Amazon as my supplier, and I was still profitable, I was like, look, there's something here. But what I really, I gotta tell you that what told me this is a winner is, after quite a few weeks joining your calls every Sunday and like asking you 10, 20 different questions, and increasing those budgets and seeing the consistency and getting more and more and more sales. Again, as I said, even when I was using Amazon, is what like basically gave me the green light to see, this is the one. Start like increasing more and more and more on your ad spend. I know you said what to look for. I would look for like CTRs above 1.4, sales for sure. I normally like to look for sales other than any other metrics, just because that's what's really gonna tell you if you can continue running the product or not. You can have really good CTRs and you can have really low CPMs, but either you're having issues on Shopify, which is not allowing you to convert, or you just like something is off there. So if you're not getting those sales, then you gotta go back to the whiteboard and see what's going on.
Right. And one of the beautiful things that I would love to throw in there is, Davis, has been doing this for quite some time, right? A few months here and there, right? And he's already having a massively successful business because he has these systems now. He's able to go to the drawing board and say, okay, this is how I start. This is the direction I need to go in, and this is what I need to add to it. So all of us who are either brand new, just getting in, I highly recommend, don't just kind of try to throw random stuff at a wall and hope it sticks, right? Find a system, follow the system, and eventually work up to consistency with that system. There's a lot of different things in the marketplace, and obviously a lot of it doesn't add up. So it's important to make sure that you're out there understanding that you should be following a proven system or methodology that allows you to really follow the same path that many other successful people have followed. So that's amazing to see your success here with these types of products, Davis. And you said that you're getting margin upwards of 40%. Talk to us about what took that product from just getting a few sales here and there to getting more consistency, bringing in more revenue, and ultimately bringing in more profit. And while you saw that spike, what did you use to get that spike? And then how did you nurture those extra sales to make sure your Facebook page feedback score stayed proper?
Yeah. So look, I think what took me to get more and more sales and that consistency, at least on the profits and the margins, is certainly following the BSF structure or the BSF farm method, because it's quite frankly a step-by-step process. Back when I started my first store, like I was mentioning, I lost a ton of money just because I didn't have anything to follow. And one of my suggestions and advice for anyone here is, if you're going to start and you're going to get yourself into drop shipping, first, like save some money. And second, find someone that can mentor you and join a mentoring program, because that will really make the difference. And I'm a true living example of this. If I hadn't been in your mentorship, I wouldn't be where I am. So, I mean, if you join a program like the one that we have, where when you're having bad days and your sales are not at 800 or 200, or you're not having the number of sales that you actually want, it's really good to have somebody there to ask, what should I do? Or if that's not the case, it's also really, really, really helpful to have a PDF that you can follow from step to A to Z. When I hit 100 sales, I know what I'm doing. I'm doing micro big bag. When I hit 200, I'm increasing the budgets, and when I hit a little more CVOs and scaling it or getting a little more into the advanced stuff.
Yeah, I think that's super valuable. I mean, it's not necessarily that you guys need to join a mentorship program to see success, but having those systems to follow, having a coach and having a community around you is going to make the process so much more fun, enjoyable, and even easier. I mean, in my journey, didn't necessarily have, $10,000, $5,000 to pay for a program, but I made sure to get access to these communities and meet these people. And if it wasn't for the communities, I don't think I would be where I'm at today. So, I highly recommend you guys look into the BSF program. Davis is a shining example of that program. Justin and I have partnered on this together, and we did that for a reason, because I'm confident in his systems. I'm confident in the community that he's built. And Davis, one last thing I want to talk to you about is, how strong is that community?
Bro, it's not a community, it's a family. That's the truth. It's a family, when anyone is feeling down, you just post it on the group or you message anyone. I have made actually really, really good friends. And I just consider them all part of my family.
Mm-hmm. That's real. Well, Davis, man, thank you so much for coming on here. I guess I'll have you answer one or two questions real quick for the people, for anybody wondering, some of the stuff that you got going on. And then we'll do the last couple giveaways and we'll close this stream out. So don't leave just yet, guys. We still got around what we're going to give away, probably another $300 to the people. And I'm going to give away another lifetime access account to Viral Vault. So let's go ahead and look for some questions. So this one comes from Fuzz. He says, how do you diagnose where the problem is in your funnel? So Davis, when you tested, what were you looking at and realizing this is what I need to do better next time?
Look, obviously, the front end, it's going to be the creative. And I had the opportunity to have my creative done by the BSF team, which also saved me a ton of time. When I wasn't seeing the sales, I modified a few colors and the positioning of my layout and my structure on my website, because my website is, like you said, a hybrid website. So I was just trying to test whether putting the product at the top was very much what the customers wanted, or if maybe giving them a little bit more of intro to the product and then offering them the shop now button would help. Those are one of the things that you could do. The second thing, which you might laugh, and it's very, very popular, people just leave the test version or the test mode on the payment website, on the payment checkout site, and then people cannot make the purchases, because you're not really letting people pay. But I would certainly say look at applications like Hotjar to see the heat maps of where people are like browsing, where are they clicking, why are they leaving the website? You know, because like you might have a pop-up that shows up after 10 seconds and just like customers might not like that. But if you have it at 120 seconds or 60, it might bring you the sale, and it might also bring you another email that you can store in your email marketing list.
Yeah, so if I understand correctly, there is no blanket answer for this. This is something that you really have to dig deep and try to understand. The biggest gem I think I took from there that everybody can apply is actually using Hotjar. I put it in the chat. This is a tool that allows you to see what your visitors are doing on your site. You can see where they're scrolling, where they're clicking, and when they end up leaving your website. This is going to be a clear indicator on what's broken and what can be fixed. So thank you for that, Davis. One last question before you go. People are asking, is it worth it to join that community? Because it's not cheap. To join the personalized mentorship program with BSF and with me, you know, we partnered together on it, so it's us together. It's not very cheap. Is it worth it? You did it yourself. You know, what would you say about that?
Well, look, I did it and I got my money back in the first month. It obviously took a lot of hard work because, as I said, I work full time and I also do e-commerce. But I have to say that it's 100% worth it. Like, no, it's a no-brainer if you have the funds, because it will take you to that next level as long as you put in the work and you go above and beyond. Because, you know, the truth is, Justin can tell you do A, B, C, and D. But like, if you don't go and put in the work, and if you don't go above and beyond and ask different questions to like maybe think outside of the box, then you might not get the results that you want.
That's real.
Very well put. And ultimately, guys, you know, no days off. You know, that's one thing we always talk about in our community is just don't take days off. I know people talk about, you know, you got to get rest and be balanced. Yes, get rest, have balance, right? But I like to say to my people, balance is for billionaires, right? We're not there yet. We have to really work our butts off to put in that extra effort, right? None of us sitting here woke up and, oh, wow, it's financially free. No, like, went through a lot, gave up a lot in our lives. And quite frankly, one of the most important things that I would say that could be a general statement that applies for all of us is just don't take any days off, right? Hashtag no days off, because you don't have to do 7 hours of work or 12 hours of work every day, but just make a little bit of progress every day. Okay. And if you could commit that, if you could commit, you know, to yourself to actually working every single day a little bit, getting something done, checking something off the box, you're going to be so much closer, especially a lot of you young guys. I see a lot of, 16, 17, 18-year-olds, 19, 20-year-olds hopping on, which is awesome. Definitely understand that if you start working now, making a little bit of progress every day, in 3, 4, 5 years, you're going to be bewildered at where you're at. Okay, so don't be afraid to put in that work every day. Don't be afraid to skip the party. Okay, don't be afraid to go out to dinner with the whole crew. Stay home, put in the work, and make it happen, because there's a reason that guys like us, guys this young, people older, are seeing results, because this is a new opportunity, right? Our grandparents didn't have laptops and stuff like this. We do. We're the test phase for this. And you know what happens in the test phase? There's massive sporadics that happen. And us being examples of that, being able to take this opportunity, by the neck and just continue to push it forward. I think you guys, get my point here. No days off, put in the extra work, put in the extra effort, and you'll be bewildered by what you can make happen in your life. You really will be. And Davis, thank you so much for that awesome feedback, man. I really appreciate you, vetting the BSF program like that. And again, proud of you, my friend. I remember just enrolling you, and to see where you're sitting now on a stream with myself, Jordan, sharing your success and your knowledge and value based off what you learned is amazing, man. So hats off to you, and thank you for spending some time with us tonight.
Thank you guys for having me.
Amazing, bro. Have a great night, all right? All right, Justin. Well, I think this is where we can bring this thing to a close. We're going to finish off with 2 more giveaways. These are the biggest giveaways of the entire stream. So let me see if you guys are ready for this. Go ahead and start spamming the chat. We're going to do some big ones. I think we should give away $250 to one person on PayPal. I think that's a good enough budget for somebody to start their own little hustle. $250 for the next giveaway winner. And I'm also going to be giving away something I've never done before. I'll give away a lifetime access account to Viral Vault and a coaching call with me as a bundle, okay? Before we get into those giveaways, guys, make sure to check out the pinned comment after this stream. There you will get all the information on me and Justin's program, the Viral Vault coaching program. This is something that we've been working on for months. You see Justin, you see behind him, those plaques are from helping literal thousands and thousands of people. You don't get those by screwing people over and not getting results. Justin's program has had the most consistency in testimonials and helping people out of any program I've ever seen. So that's why I decided to partner up with him. And you guys can get access to that just by clicking the pinned comment. It's going to take you to a link where you can send a direct message to Justin himself and see if you're a good fit for the program. But let's go ahead and pick this winner, bro.
All right, cool. Jordan, you mind if I go ahead and choose from the lineup here?
Please do.
All right, let's see. So, guys, start spamming the comments down below. Let's see. We got my man Richard McCollum. Richard McCollum over here on 735 commented, "Let's go." We could go ahead and give him an incredible.
Richard. I see him right here. We'll get Richard. And you know what? We're going to do another money giveaway to one person because this guy, Ryan Taylor right here, this man has been in the stream since 00000. He was here when we first started the stream, and he's here with us now. It is his birthday, and I think that he deserves a little $100 on PayPal for the birthday. Just don't use that money for the wrong reasons, man. Make sure you take that money and try to flip it. Put it towards something productive. Maybe it's buying some books. Maybe it's, put it up towards starting your own business. Don't go out and buy some J's with this money, man. I mean, you can't even get some decent J's. So, use the money wisely, my friend. All right. So the last giveaway we're going to do, guys, and then we're going to wrap this stream up, is going to be lifetime access to Viral Vault and a free coaching call with me. Never gave this away, and I'm super excited for it. I want to talk with one of you guys. So this one, I want to see your situation. I want to see where you're at. Give me the 2-sentence pitch on why I should get on the call with you, because I don't want to take a call with a complete person that is not serious about this, somebody that's not really about their business. Let me know your situation. Save the sob story. More so, tell me what you're going to be doing with that call. Tell me why I should pick you, and we'll go ahead and get it started. Mark Davis said he's going to rub my toes. I am good on that. Let's look at Hey, this dude's a comedian, though. We got to give it to him. This guy's funny as hell. Not give him the giveaway, but, give it to him. He's funny. Man. What a stream, y'all.
That was good. We should do more of these.
I'd be down. Let me know if you guys want to see more of these. All right, so let's see. Started my first site, broke even. I need help with the bills at home. One thing I'll say before I pick this giveaway is that regardless of your situation, Justin and I are shining examples of people that have literally come from the mud. Justin hasn't really talked about his story as much, but, hearing some of your guys' stories of, hey, I got evicted, or hey, I can't afford rent, or hey, my mom passed away, and these type of things it hurts me in the heart to hear it. But at the end of the day, you can either let that beat you down, or you can use it as fuel to push forward. And everybody that I know that has gone on to become massively successful has turned their tragedies into triumph. They've turned their hardships into blessings. So, look at these problems in your life as opportunities for growth and for you to get better. So just because you don't win the giveaway, guys, just know I'm here for you. You guys are part of my family. Justin's here for you as well. You're part of his family, and we want to see you win. That's what our calling is in life. Me and Justin have had this conversation many times. Don't you agree?
So many times, man. And I think that's one of the main things that, we really, really see eye to eye on is just, hard work, continual effort, over delivery, and impact. And ultimately, guys, work every day. That's my biggest piece of advice I could give to anybody here. And that applies to everyone. Just work every day. It doesn't have to be for 15 hours. Just work every day for a little bit and keep making a little bit of progress, guys, please.
Yeah. And you know what, guys? I know the winner of this giveaway. The winner of this giveaway is going to be Nisal. And I'm going to tell you why. This guy was literally in the live stream 30 minutes before we started, talking in the chat, asking questions, trying to introduce himself to people and network. And it's an hour and 38 minutes deep, and this guy is still in the chat. So Nisal, dude, you won the giveaway. Go ahead and put your email down below in the chat. Miguel will set it up. He'll set you up with the Viral Vault account. He'll set you up on a call with me. Hopefully we can do that next week or the week after. And guys, thank you all so much. Justin, do you have anything to say to them before we close it out?
Guys, thank you guys so much for such an incredible turnout. I'm so happy I got to make a guest appearance and introduce myself to you guys and gals today. Hopefully you guys really enjoyed the stream. And, ultimately we'll be hopping on a lot more. I'll definitely probably be making appearances with Jordan as well. So keep working hard, keep hustling, keep following Jordan. He gives that incredible value every single day, guys. And it's an honor to go ahead and lend my hand here today.
New videos every single Friday. This is the video for the week. Wanted to come on here and give you guys some game personally. Next week, I have an absolute banger. I don't want to spoil it just yet, but I did a video with the most successful 19-year-old I've ever met. This kid is worth over $10 million at 19, liquid. So we're going to talk to him personally. We pulled up to his warehouse, and that's all I can say about that for now. So guys, thank you so much. Have a good weekend. Don't do anything that I wouldn't do. Be responsible. Get that work in. Start the next week off with some momentum. And yeah, Justin, anything else before we close it for the day?
That's about it. Work hard, guys. Stay humble. Keep moving forward. Make it happen. And don't ever take no for an answer. See you guys soon. And hopefully you guys got some incredible value today. We'll see you shortly.
Last thing I'll say is if you guys want to work with me and Justin directly and get personalized mentorship through the entire process of starting your store from scratch, click the link in the pinned comment. This is going to set you up with a direct message to Justin to see if you're a good fit for the program. He'll take a look at your store. He'll take a look at your situation and see if you guys can make this program work. It's not cheap. We're not going to sit here and say it's a $5 program or a $20 program, but for the people that are serious about building their business and taking things to the next level, I can assure you that there is no better way to get started than going through this coaching program. I don't vouch for anybody else except for Justin and my own team, and we've come together to create the best in the industry. So the link for that's going to be down below, and yeah, you guys can talk to Justin there. See ya.